Recording started. So we're starting with okay. So one second, guys.
Gokul? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah. This time, are we having Mattu in forenoon?
I have. Some people do have in afternoon.
Okay. Even I have in forenoon. And
Yeah.
I have BDM in afternoon.
I have Java in afternoon.
Yeah, at least I can do my lunch peacefully on that day.
What can you do?
Lunch peacefully.
No, Java also we can do it peacefully because you can't study at the last moment. Java.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry for that. Yeah. Okay. So yes. So we'll talk about this later. Huh? I mean the length. We'll probably put into discussion and check that. Okay. Or else, does anyone want to answer that? Why it is two?
It doesn't
Hello.
work out to two. I don't know. Yesterday, I think we just quickly saw the experience and just reached the conclusion that it's two.
Correct. I mean that was the last question, right? That's why.
Yeah.
Hmm. So probably that's what. So we put it on Discord and check it out. Okay.
I was trying to see, but I could not find.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean it's not there, but I could not locate.
Okay. So now we'll move forward. Okay.
Okay. We were on
Yeah.
253 or something, no?
Yes, yes, 250. This question. I saw the recording also. Hmm. So what is this question? Predict the output. Right? Go ahead. Who's gonna do this?
Okay, I'll try. I think because
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what we are doing here is actually we are calling obj2 prop b with respect to obj1. Yeah, in context of obj1.
Hmm.
So if we go here, it says function prop b is function. Let func console.log prop a and this dot prop a. See, prop a will be 10, and I think this dot prop a will come from object a and it will be 20. I think it should be 10 and 20.
Yeah, 10 and 20.
Okay, I
Uh,
think this is how we should proceed, no, in these type of questions.
yes, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, actually, I didn't understood. Can you once repeat?
See what we are doing now. If you see what is the path given to you,
Mhm.
obj2 dot prop b, correct? So you are going to this function, obj2 prop b. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's a function, correct?
right.
But we are not call, matlab what we are doing, we are calling that function in context of obj1.
Mhm.
Huh. So what is happening? All this data, that means whatever he will take, it will be in context of obj1.
Mhm. Okay.
So see, prop A is simple. It is coming from the global variable prop A, so which is
Correct.
10. And this dot prop A, now question is whether it should take from obj2 or whether it should take from obj1. That is the only doubt here. No?
Yeah, yeah.
So the thing is, we are calling this function in context of obj1. So that means he should be taking his this dot prop A from our object uh, 20 or obj1.
Okay, okay. So we are what we are doing in the last line is actually we are going inside obj2, going inside prop b, and
Correct,
calling that prop b function in context of obj1.
correct.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay.
What about others? Ishita?
Yeah.
See, the
Gupta?
only interesting thing
Yeah,
is
I understood.
if supposing we were to call obj2 prop b and
Hmm.
function that way. I think in that case, the answer would be uh,
30, I
10
guess
and
10 and
30.
30.
10 and 30.
Okay. Find the next question.
I can try.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's saying consider the following JavaScript and we have to predict the output. Also predict the minimum time taken in seconds to log the value executing on the console. Okay. Async. Can I see the code? Yeah. So like at the end, it is calling some function. So we go to the asynchronous function sum. There we have a promise with await, and the promise is a new promise resolve reg set timeout resolved with execution started, uh, and the time is 1 second. Okay, so let a is equals to await promise, and then let b is equals to a dot replace e with nothing, like we just have to remove the e. Okay, so return new promise, reg and res, such that let c is equals to a plus line character and then b. Reject c. Okay. So okay, so c becomes await from a plus b. So a is execution started. A has the value execution started, and b has execution started. It just removes the small e from execution. And okay, so then in the last third line, inside the then we have d is actually uh, c only, right? So this becomes on console we have, wait a second,
Hmm.
but for executing to be printed on the console it wouldn't take time, like it would first print executing on the console, like it would first log the executing, and then it would proceed with some function, right? Because it has await in it, so it would
Correct,
take
correct. You
0
are right.
seconds.
Correct, correct.
0 seconds for executing to be logged on the console.
Mhm.
But
Good.
Bhanu, rest
But
of the answer we have figured out, is it? I missed in between.
nahi, okay, they asked two questions, right? The first was what would be the output. Okay.
Predict the output. Okay, so what's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
output?
So if first would be executing would be printed, and then execution started, and then execution started. Wait, can I see the code? It's saying yeah, yeah. So yeah, execution started, and execution started.
Why should we also not print error?
Because it is reg with C. So basically it is resolving, right?
Acha, correct, correct. You are right. Okay. Okay.
And time would be 0
Time is
seconds.
0. I think, yes, I think time must be 0. Come down a little bit. Yeah. 0.
Is that fine?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Great. Any doubts on this question? Anyone else? Okay. So who wanna take this?
Okay, so we have this const p function in which we have returned the promise resolve reject, and we have set timeout in which we have resolved that function. Sorry, in which we are trying to resolve that, and after t seconds it will be resolved. And what t is, we will give it into the function input as function, and we have this data list. And async function, async, we have p1 where we have used that p function in which we have given input as 1 second. And what it does is it will resolve after 1 second. And we have this p2 which will resolve after 2 seconds. And the position of resolve and reject is correct. So in that sense, resolve will only be resolve only. And now we are trying to push that data, push p1 p2 into that data list. So data dot push p2. So what we are doing with p2, so p2 will be output of this promise will be, what will be the output of this promise. So we have returned set timeout resolve t. So what t is, so it is output will only be, I believe, uh,
Uh, it
that
will put
one
the
second
promise.
only, na?
The
One
number
second. Wait.
itself, no?
The one number only, na? Like
Yeah, the number
whatever
itself.
we have given input, that will be the output only. Like we have given input as one, then output will be one only. But
Correct.
the timings will be different. So when we are putting p2, we will be putting 2 seconds, but it won't be put first. It will be put it after 2 seconds. And when we are trying to push p1, then it will be putting it will be pushed first at first place because it is getting output as 1 second. So data will have first one, then two. And the async function now, another async function is data dot push outer and console dot log data. So now after nahi, now the crux is, like, first it will put outer, then it will put 1 second, then it will put 2 second. I believe this will be the sequence.
But isme Ayush, see, the point is you are controlling I mean, you're consoling the data, outside of the async function. So it is not even waiting for your async functions. So you are pushing outer and then you're immediately printing the console. Why it should wait for your P2 and P1 to get added?
So please repeat like what you are trying to explain.
See what I'm telling, you see what you are doing, you're calling async function, correct? If you go
Yeah,
by line. So first thing is we are calling async function. And
yeah,
async function, it is doing so many things, waiting 1 second, 2 second, whatever. But you see what
yeah,
is happening, no? See, async function means like it will like sort of, awaiting, correct? But the point is that you will go
yeah. I
on
got your point.
going
What
ahead.
you are? Yeah. Okay, got it.
And it's an async function. You're not waiting for it. I mean, you will wait. You're not waiting for it. What I just want to say is. So
So the data will be pushed, but after logging into the console, like
exactly.
yeah,
So what you will see on the on the log, on the console would only be outer.
yeah, and after that console dot log dot data will be uh, like out will be printed as output in the screen. After that, we will be putting data dot push after
Exactly.
1 second, then one after 2 seconds
Exactly.
we will be putting two. But on
Exactly.
the output screen, it will be only outer.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Like
Yeah.
if inside the asynchronous function, we after data dot push p1, we add another line console dot log data. Then the output would be outer 2 and 1.
Correct. Would it be outer 2 and 1? Would it not be outer 1 and 2?
It
One
would
and
be
two,
two
I
and one,
guess.
right?
It should be outer 1 and 2, no? You are awaiting only to update the values of P1 and P2. And
Acha.
you can push. Is it like that? Somebody should explain this. I'm not
Like,
sure.
I thought it was written like data dot push p2 and then data dot push p1.
No, no,
That's why
could be
I thought.
correct. I really don't know. I'm asking actually.
I feel it will be option A. Reason being,
Hmm.
uh, when P1 is awaiting P1 and P2 will await P2, they will get the output because they are awaiting it. They are not like doing it in the background, right? So when you will come to data dot push P2, P2 is awaiting P2, so it will get pushed and then one. So I think A will be the option in that case.
Hmm.
So what you are
But
telling? A means for एक बार yes, repeat please.
Yeah, yeah. The option is outer comma 2 comma 1.
Acha, you want to say first it will push 2 and then
Yeah.
it will push 1.
Reason is await is written. P1
Acha,
and P2 are
ah,
await.
you are right. You are right. So we
Yeah.
have to wait for it to return both P1 and P2. You are right. You are right. Okay, okay.
so what Yash was saying was like when we will get the value we will get at t1 will be after 1 second, and the value we will be getting after 2 seconds in p2, and then data will be pushed first at first p2 will be pushed into data and then p1 only. Not depending upon the number of seconds, the timeout function.
Yeah, because we
Also,
are awaiting. No, had we not been awaiting, then yes, it would push P1 and P2. But now that
Yeah.
you
also,
are awaiting, you are
Yeah.
going to wait for, before pushing, you are going to wait for the value of P2 to be updated.
yeah.
Correct.
So if
Yeah,
you
value of p1
use
to be updated.
watch, then P1 will be pushed. P1 will be done at 1 second, and P2 will be done at third second.
Correct.
Third second or asynchronous, no?
But it is awaiting now. P1 first will complete
Yes,
at first
exactly.
second, then it will start P2, and P2 will take 2 seconds of its own. Then at the end of third second, P2 will finish.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's gonna take this? Who wanna take this? Who's the other guy?
I think it's mine.
Okay.
So consider the view application and the JavaScript file. So can we see the question first?
Sure.
Okay, what will be rendered inside the div for ID run if user clicks on the button text 3 times? And I think we have done this.
We have done this question. He is now only asking what will be the, at this thing.
Yeah, so what will be
In
the
ID run.
runs? So we have seen this that we are getting 24. I used
Correct.
it yesterday.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, we have seen this.
Yeah.
But I think in the exam we should carefully check. No, sometimes they might change the question or they may not also.
Correct. Yeah.
है ना?
We'll have to see the code.
But it's
But this
okay, right? Like
question
they
paper
haven't
is
changed
very
the code.
lengthy. No? Very lengthy. Somebody has put some funny remarks also. in the group.
Right.
Okay. Shall we move further? Yes, you take that because that question we have already solved it, right?
Okay. What will be rendered is now inside the div ID collections when the browser loads the application for the first time. Okay, for the first time. So let's see the view. First, let's see the HTML. In HTML, we have first a div with ID app. Inside that, we have a option. I mean, either you will have to select all or type 1 or type 2. Okay. And inside ID collections, we have numbers and whatever we want to show. Okay. Okay, fine. So
मुझे तो फ्राइड राइट बहुत कुछ चीजें पड़ी फ्राई करके दे दो कुछ
JavaScript.
दीदी को भी पूछ ले
Yeah, so numbers is the view component as we have seen in the HTML5. Inside that we have a template of div where we are running a for loop of numbing numbers and printing out numbers. Okay, fine. Now we are going to the view app. We are registering the app. Data is 23467. Call type is type 1. So in type 1, what we do is we filter out something which is even, strictly even, right? So then in that case, it will print all the numbers that are even, which are 2, 4, and 6.
Yeah, this is pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Aish, okay? Aish, Surya, Ishita.
Okay now. Okay.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
fine. Go ahead, Surya. You take this question. Let's read the question first.
What will be rendered inside router view component of movies in the URL? So created router view Hindi movies component
Let's
computer
go. Like, see, there is nothing, I think, right? Just the router view. That's
just
not a
the
problem.
router view. So
So view
here
app router we have done. So I think only this much is enough, I think, right?
Hindi movies in computer it's filtering language equal to English. Movies we are having a router view for const Hindi. So it will print show it will print Dexter.
Sorry?
It will print Dexter, I guess. I mean, in the question it was router inside the movies, right? So it will
Correct.
print Dexter, I guess.
Yeah,
Dexter,
it's Dexter.
yeah.
Why?
So Hindi movies is in computed function, and that filters the data which is having language English. So in the for loop we are iterating to the filter, and in the data we are having the English movie name as Dexter. So
Okay. Does anyone want to say anything? Aish? So where are we calling this Hindi movies? That's what I'm just looking
in the
for.
for loop,
Okay, moving Hindi movies. Okay, that's a function which is filtering and returning the things, huh?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hmm. Okay,
So what's the final answer, Dexter?
it's texture. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So can we do like this also, like run a for loop over a function?
Hey,
Hmm.
over what is being returned from the function. See, something which is new for me is basically calling a function over here.
Okay, maybe because this is a computed property, so it is getting computed every time automatically. Huh?
Hmm.
Okay. So I think if it is not inside this computed, we will not be able to call it like that.
No, what you are telling? Why it will go to computed?
We are calling inside Hindi na that movie in Hindi movies for loop.
That template, no, inside the
Yeah,
template. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think if Hindi movies is not inside computed, we cannot use it like that because it is inside computed, so it is getting computed automatically. Otherwise, uh, we have to call it explicitly and then get
Mm-hmm.
something,
Then use okay.
right.
I don't know why a computer is getting called. I still not understood.
Sorry.
I said why computer should get called. I'm not very
No,
clear.
no. Actually, see, it's a function and which is returning a list. Let's say, right?
Ah.
Ah, that is correct.
So if you want to get list, you will have to call it. But because it is inside computed, what computed do? It will do the computation automatically without calling it, right?
Acha, okay. You are
Like
That's
telling that it is because V for and movie in Hindi movies. So
mm,
that means it has to like iterate.
Hindi movies has to be inside computed to be called like that.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That's what I think.
Okay. This is okay.
You are right. You are right. Understood. Okay.
Ishita, Aish, that was okay, right?
Yeah, understood.
Okay, whose question is next?
Okay, I can
The
try.
last question is it?
Yeah, last question of this question paper.
Okay, so which of the following statement is correct regarding cookies, local storage, and session storage?
Hmm?
So the local storage is a browser-based persistent storage. No. Uh, wait. Browser-based persistent storage is like session storage, right?
No, it is right.
This is
Right.
right.
Yeah.
See, the local storage
Hmm.
is permanent, no? That is what
Acha,
they are telling, no? It is like,
acha,
and until you delete it or
Mhm.
whatever, it will remain.
acha. Okay,
Uh,
okay.
and they are saying that this option is wrong. Correct?
No, no, this is
No, no,
correct.
they are
All of
telling
these are
correct.
correct, right?
Achha, okay, see, I didn't see that. Okay, fine. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Okay, so cookies are preferred over session or local storage when the data needs to be sent with every request.
That's correct, no?
Yeah, for sending we use cookies. Uh, and then the cookies can be set from the server as well as using JavaScript on the client. As well as using JavaScript on the client. I
I
don't
think that
know.
it can be sent. I think that I mean that does not set can be sent, huh? Or no, no, I don't. What is that?
I think
Can be set.
in one of the example, Sir has shown that we can send the cookies using JavaScript.
Hmm?
Hmm.
What it's saying can be set from the server.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. They are saying that from the server, you're setting a cookie onto the client.
Hmm.
Also, using a JavaScript, also you can set a client. I mean, cookie. That's what they
Acha.
are saying.
I think
Okay.
yes,
Hmm?
we can. No?
Yes,
Hmm.
ideally.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
yeah, this clears up 3 sessions of this question paper. It's such a long question paper.
And we are supposed to do finish in 1.5 hours.
That's right. But we are discussing it completely, right?
Hmm.
What are
That's
you
why
planning
we
to
are
do
getting.
now?
Sorry, someone.
What are you going to do now?
We'll also do a similar kind of question paper. So wherein they will change the only little thing they will change, right?
Let us take another. This was this term, no, last term, May term.
Correct. This was August term. Yeah, May to August. You're right, Priyanka.
So maybe we can take the Jan term.
Why I'm saying the same thing is because they are not, both the question papers are not completely same. They will change a little by little. So we'll make sure that we have understood it properly. Priyanka,
Okay.
you were telling right sometime back. Okay, what if it will be if they give something like this? So this question paper might have such a change, and we'll look into that. What do you say?
Okay. If everybody.
And we have
So
time,
then
right?
let
We
us
have
go very
time.
quickly over it. Let us not
Correct.
spend
That's what.
too much time.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
This is mad one.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is mad one.
Oh, sorry. This one too. Fine.
I
Okay.
think it's the same paper. Like, I mean, the questions would be same.
Not
They are just
exactly the
2PD1,
same, right?
shuffled.
2PD1.
They are
I
just
think they're
shuffled.
only shuffled, or sometimes rapid questions. They
Yeah.
just did not.
Is it so?
Yeah, but only the afternoon shift and forenoon shift papers are different. But in a single shift,
These
the
questions
paper
are
would be
same.
same almost.
Anyways, let us look at what I propose. Let us look at programming questions.
Uh,
Mhm.
are we having AppDev 2 this term in afternoon too for
I
anyone?
have AppDev 2 and MLT in forenoon shift.
Even I have the same. I
And that's
think
because in the degree level courses are also up, right? Probably they
Mm-hmm.
have changed it like that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I just wanted to, confirm whether they are going for 2 shift for AppDev 2 or just one.
Seems like two shifts. I don't know, but
So anyone here got AppDev 2 in afternoon?
Yeah, I asked people. MED2 is in second shift also.
Yes. I know of a few people who are having on in the second half.
Okay. Because I have seen someone told me that with whom I used to study that whenever there is a same question, same subject in 2 shifts, the questions are a little tougher in one.
Last time they did this with Java, I guess.
Yeah,
What you're telling, they're tougher in the first half.
anyone, but they don't normalize. So,
I had Java in the second shift in the last term, and I was free during the first shift, so I just went through the
mm,
paper, and accordingly I prepared for, like, I revised for Java in the break, and the questions were almost entirely different.
yeah, and uh, I don't remember which subject they were mentioning, but in one of the subject it was actually a huge difference in the level of difficulty in 2 shifts.
But that is unfair, yeah. That is totally
Yeah,
unfair.
yeah.
That is totally unfair. Generally, I've seen they don't do things like that, but then you never know.
Gokul, just search for app dev without a space in between, maybe.
no, I'm just searching for view.
Acha, acha.
You has to be there, huh? For sure.
So I think this is also including this foundation diploma intern. That's what I told you, right? I think
Hmm.
the forenoon shift sometimes don't have them.
Also, in our project in AppDev 2, do we have to create a view app only?
Yes.
What app you wanted to do?
Yes.
Maybe using Flask, how they are doing in the last.
No. They have told very clearly Flask is for backend, Vue is for front end.
You just have to use an API,
Yes.
Okay. And
Using
Flask
Flask.
API to fetch the data and then
We
gather
will
it.
have to create APIs for AppDev 1 project as well to get its.
Yeah. Me too, Yash. Me too.
Yeah.
I did without the API.
Mm. Okay.
It's the same question or what?
Yeah,
Yeah, same
default
question paper,
import.
Yeah, we had
QPD2.
done something similar.
No, the question paper is same only, QPD2.
Okay, fine. Shall we take a different term question paper? Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Generally.
yes.
Okay.
So Gokul, you are going one subject at a time, is it?
No.
Two
See,
subjects.
I'm just opening this particular thing, right?
2 subjects per term, is it?
3.
But you said you are taking it slow.
Yeah, last 2 terms I
Three is
took 3. Like
And this term?
this term I took 3.
That's not going slow, no? Is that going slow?
No. Priyanka,
Wait.
no question.
Very. I think you are. क्या बोलते हैं? A real
Nine.
achiever. Please, slow as per your standards. For me, it's like I'm dying.
No. I always wanted to study with friends. That's why.
How do you
No,
take out time? You are mentoring so many people and studying yourself, scoring all essays. How do you manage that?
or not all S and all.
Yeah, almost always.
Not almost. Okay, not almost.
Chalo, you don't do.
No, we are not having you in this. Afternoon paper is not having it. That's it. Yeah, I have some. Oh, seems like Corona is when they're having after 2. Fine. Mhm.
Maybe they had lesser subjects
Okay,
in.
so today we are planning having a session till 7:30. Let's try to finish it by 7:30. Fast.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, let's go by ascending order. Okay, I mean, so attendance order. Aish, first question. No random order. Aish, take the first question.
Can anyone else go with it? I have for a 2 minutes. I will do the next question.
Ishita, take this question.
Yeah, okay. So suppose you want to store some data on the client side that is used by the server to authenticate the user, and the data should survive a reboot of the client. Which of the following would you prefer the most to store the data to provide a good user experience? Local storage, because
Correct.
it is permanent.
Because sessions they are not supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Next goes for Priyanka.
Okay. Which of the following statements true regarding webhooks and WebSockets? Flask application cannot act as a webhook provider. Is true. Okay.
Now, which is false? That is
Yeah.
false. It can act as a webhook provider.
Yeah. Webhooks are expected to have a detailed response body. No, they're lightweight. Hang on, what is this? Can you please slightly scroll up because it is coming just below something I can't see.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
The communication that happens using WebSockets is never concurrent. This I'm not aware actually. It happens. Is it concurrent? Is it? Because they're calling it false means it should be concurrent. This I was not aware. It's a two-way thing that we know, but
Hey, this is a WebSocket, right?
WebSocket is
Priyanka.
two. Yes.
So WebSocket. So which means you should have the connections on always, right? So which means if I'm saying hi to Priyanka, the hi should reach to you, and if you are responding to me, it should come to me.
Okay.
Okay. If I say something like, "Hi Priyanka, what did you eat for breakfast?" and then you say that, "Good night, Gokul."
Correct.
Right. So that's a lag. So it means it's not going to be concurrent. I mean, it should be like synchronous.
Okay.
As this.
Understood. Okay. So WebSockets provide full duplex communication. Full duplex, I think, means two-way, na? Full duplex generally means two.
Yeah. You have mentioned this duplex, but full duplex, I'm not sure.
Duplex, I think, is two-way only, no?
Telephone call,
देखो,
exactly. See this.
where both parties can communicate at the same time. Yeah. So
Exactly.
duplex
This
is
is
this way,
what.
two-way. Yeah.
Half duplex is also interesting. Walkie talkie.
Walkie talkie.
Over and out.
Half duplex would be a webhook.
No, I don't think so.
No,
Webhook
no.
is half duplex because only we can
Web
communicate from one end to another. We cannot, it's not a
communicate back.
two-way communication.
Oh, okay. That you have a point. Then. Yes, you have a point.
Yeah. So during telephone communication, we have a call on during both the person is talking, but during with half duplex walkie talkie, one person stops the call so that the other person will talk.
Correct.
Okay, great. Fine. Go ahead. So next is Surya. No, Surya. Alphabetical order.
Which
Go ahead,
the
Surya.
following statements is false regarding fetch API? The value of header content type and the body content type should be same for making a network call. Yes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Files can be transferred over networks using fetch calls. Yes, we can transfer files.
So
Fetch call.
once again, others, are you okay with this? I mean, the header content type. If you are saying that application slash JSON, then the body also should have the similar thing, right? If you give a HTML for the body, then it won't make sense. That's what it means, right, Surya?
Yes, Gokul, if you remember, I had hundreds
You
of
had the
errors.
same.
This
Yeah, I remember that.
What
Ishita,
do
you
you
want to say
mean
something?
here by header
Right.
content type and body content type? Making a network call.
Priyanka, if you're
Ah,
sending someone else want to say this?
It's the tags.
Go ahead, Ishita.
Me, I guess it's the tag, like for the header tag and for the body tag.
No.
So
Actually, when we get the response, so we have some tags which tells us what is the content type inside,
mm,
right?
Exactly.
So this header content type tells us maybe that it is a text or a JSON or something, and
Mhm.
inside the body the type should be same. It should be text or JSON, whatever mentioned.
So the server that is receiving this, the call, the fetch call, so it will know that okay, the content type is JSON, so accept it as a JSON,
Hmm.
okay.
something like that.
So it will get ready to receive that type only.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Or it might take it like by default some kind of a thing, string or something like that. I'm not sure.
Image blob.
Yeah, image blob, so many things are there. Go ahead, Surya.
the fetch call cannot be used for making HTTP
No,
put
the
request.
second
No,
option. Second option. Sorry, second option.
no, files can be transferred. Like if at all we are having some image in the folder, we can send like or some graphs. We can send it through the fetch calls. No? So we can send.
Yeah, I think we can fetch some files also, no?
Yes. Using fetch calls we can do. So the fetch call cannot be used for making an HTTP put request. No, we can make. So the promise returned by fetch call does not reject for a 404 response. Yes, it only reject when there is a network failure, I guess. Fetch call will reject only if there is a network failure, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Correct. Okay, good. Mhm. Yes, sorry for the easy question.
Multi-threaded programs are only useful if you have multi-core processors. Is it true or false? Is it false? This is false. Reason being the concurrency and other things.
Correct, correct.
Correct.
Like
That's
the
correct.
frequency of processor may fools us like they are actually doing it at the same time. So yes.
Hmm.
Can anybody tell me the difference between क्या कहते हैं multi-threading and multi-programming? नहीं,
Huh?
yeah, multi-threading
Multiprocessor.
and processing.
Uh, multi-programming or what?
See, I am talking about
No, he ain't
multi-processing.
asking multi. See, once again, I'll tell that. Okay. See, let's say that you're having a dual core processor, which means you have two cores.
Okay.
So multi-core means let's say you're having two cores, okay? And if you want to process four threads simultaneously, you got the point?
By four
Four,
threads, you mean?
four, four threads means the asynchronous tasks.
Okay, like the
Four
operation, four
simultaneous,
operations,
four operations in the
Like
four
backend.
playing,
instructions.
like playing four different songs.
No, four
Sorry,
instructions we are talking about.
No,
correct.
no,
Four
Ayush,
instructions.
you know, na, we have seen in Java, no, what threads are. Threads are, you have one class of this thing is running. It's on one thread actually, you know. When you create a thread, you create threads, no, in that. So it will call wherever your run and start we are doing. There, you will run that thread. So it's running on one thread, and you can have multiple threads inside one given program also.
Yeah, that I understand. Like it is about instructions. Like one thread is one instruction.
Okay, a set of, let us say, a set of instructions, correct?
Yeah, maybe yeah. A set of instructions is a program. A thread is a like the smallest unit, that is instruction, I believe.
Acha,
Bro,
well,
okay,
maybe
fine.
I don't
So
know where
coming to this
yeah,
point,
yeah.
leave that. So coming to this point, so Ayush, you know what is a threaded, right? What is a thread?
Yeah, I said I believe like it is an instruction only.
It's an instruction only. Even program is an instruction only, right?
Program is a set of instructions.
So still, you can
Yeah.
have a multiple. Leave that. Okay. So there are leave that. Okay. So you can have multi threads, right? I'm talking about 4 threads for a 2 crore processor. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're having, if 1 core is free, so the computer, the CPU, it makes sure that if one core is busy, it pushes into another core. Okay. But when the number of processors or threads that you want to process, okay, is more than the number of cores available, it does something called as concurrency or parallel processing.
Okay.
Do you remember that concurrency and parallel processing?
Yeah. Actually, I got confused once. So and now
Hmm?
even now I am not that clear which I was previously.
Yeah, sure. Give me a second. See, where many calculations can be carried out simultaneously. Do we have an image for that?
I was saying multi-processing and multi-threading.
It's the same. How should I tell this? Yes, you have something to tell.
Uh, Threading is anyway like if you have 4 threads running, it is equal to having 4 different processes running. Now the only difference is whether you are doing it with a single processor or multiple processors. If you are
Hmm.
doing it with the multiple processors, this is actually parallel processing. That is, they are actually happening at the same time. But if you are doing it with a single processor, since single processors are usually of some gigahertz frequency, so they can do some millions of clock cycles in a second. So,
Okay.
so what they do is, out of that million, they maybe do half a million of one thread, half a million on another thread. So in a second, you can see progress on both the threads. So you feel like it is like happening together, but it is actually a concurrency, not parallelism. But if you have multi-cores, then you can actually have multi parallelism.
Parallel. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's just like processing the processor is too fast, so that it fools us that it is doing everything together.
Okay.
Hmm.
Got it.
Okay. So next, this is for the first person. Aish, this is for you only. Aish, it's for you. Hello. Am I
Yeah,
audible?
yeah.
Aish, I think he is having a network problem or something. Ishita, take this question.
Yeah.
Ishita? Yeah.
Ishita has
Huh.
sent one question also. That also, I think, something we'll have to discuss now. That
Yeah,
is
we'll
okay.
discuss after all
Yeah.
these things.
Okay.
Okay. So, which of the following statement is are true regarding JavaScript language? So, JavaScript is a dynamically typed language. Yeah, it is correct. And hoisting moves all the variable declaration declared using var keyword to the top of their scope.
What is
Okay,
this hoisting?
no, I don't remember what is hoisting.
See, hoisting is that before you declare, like for
Mm-hmm.
example, you are declaring var x, you can somewhere
Correct.
say x is equal to this thing. Like,
Hmm.
before you declare, you can call it. So that is hoisting.
Acha, okay. Got it. And then arrow function cannot take parameters or arguments, which is false. So only A and B are correct.
Is that okay? So yeah, Yash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by to the top of their scope?
So as you said, like so
Mhm.
for example, you are referring them before actually declaring them, but
Correct, correct,
they have been declared somewhere inside.
correct.
So the scope is little lower, right?
Ha,
Where the variable has been declared, you can only access it after that declaration. So
correct.
that is the scope of it. But this hoisting makes the scope to the top.
Oh, so wherever it was called for the first time, sort of, is
Yeah,
it? Okay,
yeah.
okay, understood.
Okay, let's see this.
Only declared with where ones are can be hoisted because where has global scope, right?
Actually, Yash, I would propose that you read, and explain what I understood that even let and const can be hoisted, but there is some difference how they are hoisted. So I have not understood that clearly. So, आप
Let's
देख
see
के
this. Let's
बता
see
दो.
this. We have an example here. Yes.
Okay.
Hmm. See, let const class as non-binding, non-hoisting. Okay. So what does it say? Hoisting is often considered a feature of var declarations, although in a different way. In blah blah blah, so many things they are saying. Fine, being able to use a variable value in its scope before the line it is declared. And that's what they are saying. See, here it is a const, and this will they are saying that this will throw a reference error. Priyanka.
हाँ,
Okay, since you're declaring it after, but seems like you have a var, right? So and you're printing this here, and what does it say? There's no access before declaration here. What will this do? Is it an error or what? But
yeah,
they're
this
saying that
will
this is
not
not.
access. No, it is a
This
block
is not a
type
form of
access.
hoisting
No?
because they are
Yeah,
declaring before. When they
correct.
will declare after, then it will be hoisted.
This is not
Seems like,
hoisted. No? This is
yeah,
not
console seems like console log x. Then if you declare var x, then it is called as hoisting,
correct,
right?
correct, 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 correct.
That's all. So that happens mostly for var and not for const or let, I think.
ठीक है. But I read somewhere.
The
So okay.
reason is actually I've read one of the line in between somewhere. So reason
Mhm.
is see if you are uh, declaring where anywhere, it has to be a global scope, so you can definitely be sure about hoisting, right? But for example, you started a program, then you made some blocks, right? And
Huh?
inside blocks, you have used some let, right?
Huh.
So you cannot hoist that let to a global scope. That is not available for you. But you can hoist that let inside that block.
अच्छा, inside a block you are telling.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, maybe.
Yes.
But I
So
think functions are also can be hoisted, no?
mm,
Functions I
I'm not
think are also
sure.
hoistable. I think. ठीक है, let us move ahead. Okay, let us not explain. Check.
Yeah. So what they were saying is, for example, you have a block, and in that block, if you are declaring the variable in the third line, but you can access it from the first line of that block also.
Okay.
All right. So we'll move further. Go ahead. So whose question is this? After Ishita, it's Priyanka, I think.
Okay. False regarding caching. It is recommended to cache the social networking apps feed responses for a longer duration. Well,
Go
should
ahead.
not be true. Should not be true. Caching is primarily done to reduce the load from the origin servers. This is correct. It is done to reduce the load from the origin servers. Shared cache is meant to serve responses to multiple users. This is correct. A browser cannot cache JavaScript corresponding to a web page. I think we just saw that caching can be done from both JavaScript and by it can be set from JavaScript and server. So browser
That
cannot
was
cache
that was
JavaScript.
Yes. Just say something.
that was cookie. Priyanka.
Acha, that was okay. A browser cannot cache JavaScript corresponding to a web page. No, that is what it caches. No, that is why we are able to quickly connect to it again. So this is a false statement.
Yes, is that fine?
Yeah. Yes.
Fine. So I think what they're saying here is, we for every web page we'll have something like app.js or something like that, right? If you're loading a website.
Yeah.
So I think they are saying that you cannot cache that .js file, but which is not the case. We can catch that also, right?
Yes.
Is that what is happening?
Sir has shown now that even that Google page that is always cached in an Chrome browser
Hmm.
has multiple JavaScripts,
Okay.
and
That's right.
they all are cached.
Hmm. That's the point over there. Fine. So next is Surya.
Which of the following is or are true about servers and emails? Only the
Super
server
excellent.
can only the server can push data to the client. Yes,
That's what a server sent event is, right?
that's the basic definition.
Hmm.
So
Means the client cannot push the data to the client. So only the server can push the data to client.
yeah,
So that's the
so
example of webhook, right, Priyanka?
We can say, yeah.
Hmm. Go ahead.
the MIME type of the data sent from the server should be application or JSON. No, it's the other way. We should send in application or JSON, and that should send in text or event stream, I guess.
What is this MIME type data of data sent from server should be application slash JSON. What is meant by this sentence?
Uh, like MIME type is an what to say?
I'm sorry, what is my
Multimedia type, something like that, right? Media
multimedia
type.
It's the
type?
it's a type like it should send. We are sending the data to the through APIs. We are sending the data as application or JSON, right? So it should
Correct.
send.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't know. This is the first time I'm seeing this. Ishita, you have something to tell? Yes.
Me too. First time.
No.
Okay, multimedia, multi-purpose internet mail extensions or MIME. It's a media
Okay.
type, indicates the nature and format of a document.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Look at this. Look at this. So using the server sent events, developing a web page that uses server sent event is straightforward. You will need a bit of code on the server to stream events to the front end. Okay, but the client code work almost identical to WebSocket in part of handling incoming events. There is one-way communication so that you can't send events from the client to server. That's correct. Um, where did they say that it's of stream type? So they do a control F and search for stream. So first point itself, they are telling that code on the server to stream events to the front end. So first thing they are having something like stream there. Okay. So the server script. See, look at this. Exactly, Priyanka.
Which
Sending
one?
events from the server. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
The server side script that sends events need to respond with the MIME type or event text or event string. Each notification is sent out as a block of text terminated by a pair of new lines.
Hmm.
So that's what they're saying. This is something new which we are learning here.
Yeah.
They are making questions directly from this Mozilla's.
Which nobody
No,
has read.
this is
I mean, at
directly
least I
from
have
the
not read.
documentation. Directly from the documentation.
What you are telling?
No, these questions are directly from the documentation.
Yeah.
But they don't give us access to the documentation, right?
But yeah, we don't remember. No, I mean, I have barely gone through this documentation.
It's too hard, like to read this much of theory and then remember.
Yes, yes, yes.
Correct. All right. So whatever we have, we just need to see. Hmm.
Okay.
But seriously, no one in sitting in the interim exam has the probability to even know this.
I
Like,
would I
Might
I
is
would
a
have
question.
selected A and leave.
hmm? What
No,
you would
no,
have chosen?
For
B,
this
B
question, I
is
would
not
have.
correct. B is not
This is
correct.
not correct, no?
A client cannot push data to his
No,
server.
no, just A and leave. That's what I was saying.
Yes, A and leave. Correct, correct.
Okay. Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is for me, I guess.
Yes, yes.
So, which of the following is true regarding Celery? Celery
Hmm?
is a Python-based package for dealing with asynchronous tasks, which is correct. We imported it inside Python. Celery is generally used as a data store for cache results. This is not correct. It works as like queue, and we deal with while dealing with asynchronous tasks, right? Uh, Celery can have multiple workers to execute tasks asynchronously. Correct. We have to, whenever we import Celery, we have to do coding for workers as well to execute tasks.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? I'm not getting you. Can you repeat?
Like I have seen this screencast a day before. So
Okay.
the professor has shown how to use Celery. So first he imported Celery in
Correct.
Python, and
Hmm?
then he has done some coding of workers to perform tasks. He said we can have as many workers as we want, but we want to code for them. We have to code for them. So he has shown some two, three workers to us.
This one, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, where are we coding that point? Like, I mean, no workers.
Yeah. So he had made some workers.py file to code for them. And this Celery he has imported in the main.py.
Okay, so in the that's okay. So in the screencast, he has done something with the workers.
Yeah.
Okay. This is just for, I mean, whatever I have worked on, I haven't done that, but okay. Maybe in
In
the
the
screencast.
screencast, what he mentioned about the workers is
Go ahead.
workers is the tasks. Like if at all we want to send a daily message or a monthly message, those are the workers. Like a webhook message and a email are the different workers. We assign
Um,
in that's what this file assigned in the workers.py. And
okay, okay, okay.
a, a salary can have multiple workers,
Now I
different
remember this.
tasks.
Now I remember this.
He was invoking those workers using the command line.
That's correct. So if you want two workers, then what? You should use two different command lines, huh? Terminals.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. But fine, okay. Here are we. Here we are. I mean, they can have multiple workers. That's the point over here. So why is this option wrong? Why is this option wrong?
Celery
But
is
it's not
not a
stored.
data
Yeah,
store. Yeah.
not for total states. Then what is? Is it Redis? Should we say that Redis is used for cache results?
Redis
Ideally,
is for messaging, no?
no. It is also used for caching. Redis is a database.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Surya, you know that, right?
Yeah, Redis should be there.
Yeah, storing the cache result. Okay, fine. Okay, next. Who is that? Aish, are you here?
Yeah, bro.
I take this question.
Yeah. So which of the following statement is false regarding the state of an application? A system state is usually independent of the user state. Yeah, it is true. Like this statement is true because the system stated is the whole state and the user interface is user specific. And talking about the B point, the state application state is seen by an end user of the application. Yeah, it is also true. Like the application state is only seen by the end user. Uh,
Hmm.
and the third point, that is the empirical state typically lasts for a long period of time. That I am not sure about that it is true or false. Like the entire
That's
database of
false
name
once
thing is
again.
an example of system state. Yeah, this statement is true that entire database thing and all the server things are related to system state.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's D point is true, but can you confirm about the C point why it is false?
Yeah. What is an ephemeral state? Someone else want to take this?
Ephemeral state is something that will last, only till you are there. It is like what you say, transient type of state.
Yeah, like a session state. Like we can say that for a session it is there in only.
Yes,
Good.
you can say like that. So ephemeral is not something that will be for long duration. Yeah, the moment you come out of it, you would have lost the.
He has the Google has given this example four
Yeah, I
times.
was
I said
about
I
to
do
say.
not remember it even once.
And here comes the favorite example of Google.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that was given by sir only, yeah. Alright, that's the easiest one to understand, now. As you understood what was happening.
No, no, no. Please repeat. Like what you were doing. Like the crux. The main part was.
I'm just
See, he
selecting
has
these things, okay?
selected.
Okay,
Yeah,
I want to delete all these things, okay? And
yeah.
suddenly someone calls me, and when I come back, I mean, someone tried to refresh my screen. Oh my god, all the selected things are gone.
Oh God. So this is
That's
like
what ephemeral
No,
state
it has
is.
not got deleted. The selection has, it has become unselected. That is what is
Correct.
happening. It has
Hmm.
not become deleted. See, if he deletes it, it becomes the state, I
it
think.
will be committed like in the database only.
Now, this is
Yes.
not committing, just temporarily it will look like that. Ephemeral is like a short lived state.
Okay. So the main thing is like it is for a very short span of time until
Yeah.
and unless we refresh. If we refresh, it will get over. The
Yes,
state is
Yes,
also
exactly.
changed.
your
It'll
example of that session storage is probably correct.
hmm.
No, session storage
Session
also
is a different
sometimes
one.
store data.
Priyanka, session is a different one. Until you close that tab, session will be open. Right.
Yeah.
Session storage is when you close this tab.
Acha,
But
theek hai. Correct,
ephemeral is
correct,
when you refresh it.
correct, correct, correct. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Chalo.
and even session also stores data, but this doesn't store data.
Correct. Just temporary.
Yeah.
Okay, chalo. Who's next? Ishita,
Yeah.
view application markup.
It's asking, say you open the index.html file in the browser and write abhi in the text input shown on the screen. Then force reload the page without clicking anywhere. What
Hmm.
will be the value in the input text box and class applied to the paragraph element with the text correct? एक minute. What will be the value? Okay, okay, okay. ठीक है. So index.html we have a v model n- name and v on input
Hmm.
check. Then class is error. If is error is true, then btn danger, or else btn success. Okay.
You call it
Uh,
as button.
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 Okay. Then app.js. Uh, in app.js we have a constant app object new view. We're calling the element demo. Inside the data we have name set to nothing, and then is error is set to true. Then mounted is inside mounted we
Upon
have
mounting, it is checking whether the local storage has name.
name. If the local storage has name, then this dot name becomes the local storage dot name, and this dot is error becomes local storage dot is error. And then
Correct.
inside methods we have a check function. We have a function. If this dot name dot length is greater than 3, then this dot error becomes false, or
Hmm.
else it would be true. It would be set to true. Okay, then local storage dot name is equals to this dot name, and local storage dot is error equals to this dot error. Okay, so initially the question asked ki if I write abhi in the input and I don't push any, like I don't press any button without clicking any button. Okay. Hmm. Then local storage dot name would be nothing, like name would be empty
Hmm.
and is error would be true.
Hmm. So
So
sorry.
name would be empty. So then is error is equals to 2.
If error is true, then it will be in a danger
But in
level.
danger. Yeah.
Hmm. But
Abhi, but in danger. But why is it saying Abhi? What else did I miss? So what will be the value in that input text box? Okay.
yeah,
See, yesterday we have seen, no, I think Yash had explained. If you go to that index.html, no,
Hmm.
go to that index.html, please. See here, you have got v on input.
Hmm.
Yeah. So once the moment we put here, no, v on input, yeah.
Hmm.
So it goes to check. You do not have to click anywhere actually. So the
Acha.
moment you write, you enter into your check method, yeah. So
Hmm.
check, then I'm right, no? Yes, I think yesterday we had a similar question.
is
Somewhere.
it because of that, or we have v model equal to name and on input check? So it's a model, so which means it's a two-way binding. Or I don't know. I don't know. I'm just.
I think that connection is also there. Plus, it is like we on input. Like we are not, like we are not supposed to click anywhere here. The
But
moment you write it, it
hmm.
enters into this input.
But I did check, right? Like that's how my is error is true.
No, correct. But your name is length, no? So name is greater than length. I mean three, no? Length is greater than three. So that means your error becomes false actually.
Hey, I didn't know
Okay.
how it was
Ishita.
Abhi. Uh,
Ishita, one second. See, during the first time you will have nothing, it will be empty and true. Correct?
hmm.
Okay. When you keep on entering some text, let's say A, B, H, I, right? Now the
Hmm.
length is greater than 3. See, every time for the letter A, it calls a check function. For letter A, B, it calls a
It
check
calls
function.
the check function again. Okay.
Okay, that's what it is. So check function, when the letter is greater than 3, now this error is true. I mean, actually, every time you enter it, this check function, sets the name to the local storage. This is where it is coming from. See this. Every time you enter something, the local storage dot name is
Yeah.
getting whatever the name you're
Yeah,
typing.
it's getting stored to local storage. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's in the check
Okay.
function.
So in the end, like when the input is Abhi, to is error would be false. Is that
Yeah,
so?
its error is false. Yeah, its error is false. It's correct.
Let us check the answer.
Means
Answer
you
says
have answer says Abhi and Padam in danger.
no, no, but it
Button,
is
but
telling
okay.
true, no? Let us see it. Why is it telling true? Button is still true.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Because we have stored is error also in local storage, no? Actually, let us just let me see that HTML once again. It was correct, no? If is true,
Hmm.
yeah, is error, then button danger. Yeah, that means it's true, correct only, no? Else it is button success.
Yeah,
Correct.
but
Button
when we
button.
input Abhi, then is error becomes false,
Hmm.
and
I
it
think
is getting stored into local storage dot is error. So how is it true after?
Surya, yes, you have
the
something.
value of the input text and class applied to the paragraph element with the text correct. With the text correct. What do you mean correct? With the text correct. What were the value in the input text box and class applied to the paragraph
Ach,
correct. What is this class element with text correct?
acha,
Acha,
this
okay.
is. Hmm.
Surya and yes, you have anything to say?
No.
Oh my god, it stores it as a string.
Where?
Girls, even in the session storage, even it is false, it is a string false.
How you made that? Is this is?
Yeah,
Hey,
because
Harish.
yeah, that's a key value pair. How it is stored in the local storage, and that is always strings, both key and value.
Even
Okay.
though it is false, it is a string false, which just means when you check a boolean of the
हाँ,
string false, it is true.
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ,
Acha.
हाँ,
Okay. So does this mean that it will always remain true?
Correct.
Okay.
okay,
So
okay.
Okay.
only when this dot error was double quotes or just some empty quotes, then it will be false. Am I right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Great. Yeah. So hope that was good. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we have the mindset to click that. Okay. Great. Who's next? After
Okay,
Ishita,
I think
Priyanka.
me. Okay, what is the question? Suppose the application is running. What will be rendered on the screen for the URL this? Okay, app from view instance, app from index.html. Okay. Well, you should get both, no, actually. Like you should get from index.html and from view instance. Both the things should get printed. Only from view
Okay.
instance. Okay. Why is like that?
Surya knows better than me for this point.
Surya, please explain.
Surya, are you here?
Surya has taken a break, I guess.
Okay.
Yash, Ishita.
Ishita.
uh, I think I have seen this before.
Hmm?
Because what they said.
What was the question?
Bro,
Here, why
nothing.
we are not getting from index.html?
What will be rendered?
What will be rendered? Equal.
You have something from index.html, right? And then you have the div app, which has a template.
Does the template like completely replaces the content inside the div tag? Is that so?
That is what seems to happen, but
Mm,
it's not the case, right? You can. I'm just thinking like, is it if you have some tagged values, then it will remain. But if you don't have a tag, then it will get lost. I think. I don't know.
mm.
Should we try this out?
Yeah, we can try.
Yeah, I just have some beautiful fine. I'll just create some. Okay, should I use the text tractor? Do I have some view apps in there? I can just take the view something somewhere, right?
So it's only one sentence, no? This much only you have to write. Right?
Yeah, but still I
See
need to
the
copy out.
difference. See the difference that I remember is that if you have write like this, it gets
Hmm.
printed. If you're doing it in Replit, like
Hmm.
on console, we will get from view instance and in the shell, and in the run portion and the console you will get from
We are not we are
index.html.
not console logging it, Priyanka.
No,
This is
I'm just
something
okay.
rendering in the browser.
Okay. Surya is there. Surya was. Surya is.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Is
here.
not
I
also Surya?
don't know this.
Any idea?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
So we'll go at the end of this.
I think it has to be what Ishita said.
What?
What?
That the template from view will replace.
That is fine. But why? Why? That is also fine.
Mm.
That you are right.
Why? But it's not. It doesn't always replace everything, right?
This is the like first question in which we are seeing like this.
No, I know. I feel that we have seen this. I mean, at least I have seen this. Some blah blah blah. Blah. Okay, some blah blah content. This is fine, I think, right? Not a problem with this. Okay. VM including view. Uh, it's correct. Yep.
So give anything. Yeah, give something simple. There's no need to
No,
write
I
it.
need to give some view, right?
Give and just say hello or something. That's it.
All right. Oh, let's live server. Server live.
So you're getting this much only.
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
Whatever is in the view is getting rendered.
Gokul, like in the app.js, if you just in the template, if you remove the div,
Okay.
the closing and the opening tag, maybe then
Yeah. So, let me just see this. What? What?
What is this? Acha, what is this? How did you get this?
I put a P tag,
the
but I'm not getting that template.
So now you're not getting div.
Hmm. Okay, so from HTML.
But you are getting both, is it? What is this? Why is it quickly changing from one to another?
I mean, when the view loads, it will come like that. First HTML will be rendered, then the view will get coming.
Acha, okay.
Okay, so now I feel that if I put a div here, in this coming, my god. Okay.
You remove div from there, no? What she was suggesting, maybe.
Yeah. When I'm putting it outside the div, it's coming. Go ahead, Ishita. What do you wanted to say?
App.js, yeah, just remove the div tags.
Okay.
Hmm.
But now only HTML is coming.
So if to get it together, we have to bring it out of the div tag, is it?
No, Priyanka, nothing is coming. Not together. From JS hello, nothing is coming.
No. If we write the div in the template in the JS, है ना?
Look at this. It's throwing error. Ishita, now it's throwing error.
Okay.
Acha.
So we have
Compilation
to
error.
remove the tags also.
So tags are important, yeah. But
Correct.
now the moment you have taken it out of the app ID div, it is printing both, na?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I take it out of the app ID div. You're right.
Okay.
Which means if you are giving a template for that, okay, only that template will be rendered.
Correct. Or
You
it
cannot
has to
have-
be specifically written separately inside HTML also.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for the div ID, like for the div with ID app, we cannot have both, right?
Correct. You will have only one.
Huh.
For the ID, you have only one thing that it understands, and since you're loading from view, so only view thing he will understand. That sort of
Huh.
overrides.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay.
All right. So according to this, from view instance is good. This is some point which we have noted. Okay. So guys, shall I call it a day now? 7:32.
Yes,
I
yes,
need to go.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we are meeting tomorrow in the evening.